Hey everybody, this is Stormy with the capital Z coming at you with another Warcraft 3 cast. This time around I got a game on Last Refuge. This is going to be of course a replay request cast, and this replay request is by MoFaD, a member of my Discord community. MoFaD will spawn on the top right as the blue undead player on we've already mentioned the map Last Refuge. He's opening up with the altar first build order. He is going up against once again a non-English name, so it doesn't appear on my Warcraft because I probably don't have the font or something. It is appearing over here though. I don't know whether that's Japanese, Chinese or Korean, so we're just going to refer to this human player as Green. So Green spawning down as the human player, bottom left. Human versus Undead is kind of an interesting matchup. Green putting down a farm first. It appears that he is going in for the Pally rifle build. Okay, he is definitely going for a Pally rifle build. Well, what's a surprise? We got two games on the same day where we see the Pally rifle, well, Pally first, not the Pally rifle build, I would say, because in the last game that I covered on the stream by Newbie XD was just Paladin and not Rifleman. Pally Rifle, pretty good strategy against Undead, I must say. Pretty adaptive. Instead of getting the Footmen early on, you immediately get them Riflemen. You got Riflemen, then you don't really have to worry about having to lose Footmen or kill Footmen later on, because Footmen do take up the food space and human players don't really have anything else early on, so you kind of gotta compromise with going with the Footmen. Although I'm not gonna go on and say that Footmen are just useless. They have their role, they have their uses, but when it comes to a fight, Riflemen just do it better, and they're just more viable in most situations. And whoa, what do we have here? I'm wrong again. This is definitely the rifle build, but it's not Pally. It's going to be Archmage. Archmage versus Death Knight. And we have a kind of a weird situation where NewbieXD just detected that build order there. He didn't notice the hero though, because the hero is late. In this build order, human players get their heroes pretty late. I know human players are not known for something like this because human players can power build their buildings. There are early build orders where human players can easily fast build their altar and get their heroes out like immediately, and get it to level 3 even before the opponent's hero is out. So that's kind of a thing with human players, but this is one of the variants which has been made as of late, as of recent, and I believe it was made by Thorzane, at least that's what I was told. So that's all I can say about it. I don't really have much more intel on that from apart from that. So this is the Rifleman build order, and Green is going in for some creeping at the green camps early on. Of course, human players can immediately go and creep out this camp, but as the time goes on, I am seeing that human players are rather choosing not to go for the rock golem orange camps, as they liked to do for, I don't know, over a decade or so, if you ask me. So here's the thing, as in, okay, there we go, now he goes for it. So here's the thing, as in, like, militiamen. Militiamen are basically the lumberjacks. You never call the gold line for creeping. You always call the militia line for creeping. Of course, there's a reason for that, because you don't want to halt your gold supply, but your lumber supply, that's also necessary. So here's the thing. Oh hey, that Acolyte just lost his life to the ogre there. So here's the thing. If you call in militiamen early on and you immediately go for creeping with militiamen, you don't have the wood, the 210 wood as human players to go for the tier 2 tech. And because your militiamen are fighting, they're on the battlefield and they're fighting creeps, and you're not gonna get enough 210 wood until those militiamen get back and get to work. So there's a big gap between the time when human players get to tier 2 and when all the other races get to tier 2. So this gap can easily be removed if human players just go to creep out a green camp first, just with the hero and just with the elemental, just with the hero and you know, whatever initial units they have, and leave. And then after they creep out the initial green camp, they'll probably have enough 210 lumber. Click the tech, and then after you immediately click the tech, get the militiamen, go for the creeping. Now, yeah, of course, now you have the situation where there are chances that because of you being creeping during the teching, you may have a slightly less amount of lumber once you hit tier 2, and you're gonna have to make some decisions. But of course, at least you're already there, so your tier 2 is there. Now you can decide what you want to prioritize. You want to prioritize getting your second hero first, you want to prioritize getting the arcane sanctums first. You know, it's very much possible. And yeah, the music is playing, I just noticed that. You guys may be hearing it in double because I have another thing enabled on my didn't have it enabled on my... Wait, what was I talking about again? Yeah, enabled music enabled on my Streamlabs. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I kind of forget things, you know. I just multitask too much, I feel. I shouldn't multitask the way like I do. Anyways, we got green creeping out the goblin lab camp over here. Now, personally, yeah, this is a bad decision. This is a bad decision. The MK gained like least amount of experience from this camp. The Archmage was already level 3. Now, here's the thing. Green crept out this, and this. And NewbieXD is creeping out this. So, on Green's side of the map, he only got this and this. And that ain't gonna be enough to get your MK to level 3. Now, you're gonna have to go for the red camp if you want to get a level 3 MK as soon as possible. And here's the thing about Green now. Green isn't even solo creeping with the MK now, not even getting the Archmage back. I guess he wants the Brilliance Aura level 2, but then again, if you that thing, the Brilliance Aura level 2 isn't... I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying that a level 3 Mountain King is just going to be more useful than that. Here comes NewbieXD. Will catch him off guard. Attack a couple of his units there. Boring down one of the fiends, managed to save it right in the nick of time. Death Knight taking some damage, does have a Cloak of Shadows, should be fine, and should use a TP now. That would have been rather devastating if a bash came into the effect immediately before, you know, immediately or after the stun effect went away of the Stormbolt. I have seen a lot of areas where that happened, so that is pretty dangerous. TP forced on NewbieXD back to the base, and yeah, I think I spoke a lot about what the human was doing, although this replay was requested by NewbieXD, so I should be following NewbieXD a bit more. I like how NewbieXD crept out most of the other side, most of the camps on the other side of the map rather than the camps on his side. Well, oh my god. Hi GB. Hi GB, good morning. It's MoFaD, it's not NewbieXD, it's MoFaD. Yeah, now I'm not even reading. I never learned to read, man. So yeah, MoFaD is creeping a lot of camps on the other side of the map. This of course leaves Green with less number of camps to creep. But Green is creeping out a green camp now, so a red camp now. And that was not enough! You still don't have a level 3 MK, and that's pretty bad. But you got an expansion going down, and MoFaD does not have any intel on that. Ow, come on. This is why we need more solo creeping. You don't have level 3 MK, you don't have your level 3 Stormbolt. And without that level 3 Stormbolt or, well, Thunderclap, if you prioritize that, you're gonna be in a bit of a pickle. Scout, Militiamen being picked off by MoFaD, and MoFaD making his way towards the base of Green. Green is setting up some towers there. The towers are gonna go down. All these 3 towers are dead. Here comes green. The Archmage is under grave danger. No items to save it. This doesn't look good. Archmage goes down. Undead nuke is strong. Death Knight goes down. Whoa. Green doing his job well. He managed to take out the backbone of the Undead army. And without the Death Knight, without the Death Coils, without the Unholy Aura, the towers are actually up. Towers are actually up, and green is actually giving a really good fight to MoFaD. Gonna have to spend a good amount of gold to revive that Death Knight now. It's a level 3 Death Knight there. So I don't think MoFaD has any intel on the expansion, and whoa, that's a lot of towers. That is a lot of towers. A lot of money invested. A lot of gold and wood invested into towers. Now here's the thing about towers. They take a lot of gold and wood. If you don't put on that many of that stuff, then, well, I mean, you're also losing a lot of time to make them first, initially. And whoa! MoFaD getting caught! He doesn't have the DK out yet. Stormbolt on that Lich! Thunderclap following up. It appears that he didn't go for bash. Okay, I actually have booster on, so he doesn't have bash there. But it's a level 2 Stormbolt. Will deal a lot of damage to the Lich there. If the Dark Ranger wasn't actually there in the army of MoFaD, this would have turned really ugly for him. And a lot of people are remembering me, it seems. Gonna have to put myself... Okay. Problem. Getting back into the game. MoFaD will call down the creeps. We'll fight this uphill fight though. Below the hill, then there's a good chance that your units will also miss the attacks. Yeah, WarCraft does have that mechanic. You wanna not do that whenever you can. MK in the middle. Well, what is it planning to do though? We have a Pally third. Paladin is going to be the third hero, and oh, they wanted to revive the Archmage from the middle. Would be a good time to pick up some Potion of Invulns from the shop. MoFaD is done creeping the site, and currently having 332 on the hero levels. Green has 431, so technically green is ahead in terms of levels. We can get this MK to level 4. That'd be huge. Pally, there's the Pally. Okay, MoFaD doesn't have intel on this expansion yet. He hasn't been using his Skeleton Warriors, it appears. And yeah, I love the way how that Shredder explodes. MoFaD will continue to wreck the base. Of course, these buildings are so far away from those towers that they're kinda asking, hey, come and get me. With Paladin, you have the extra damaging ability of the Holy Light. I love how green forced the TP on MoFaD. The damage was just devastating. And also use that Potion of Invul. Save the MK right in the nick of time. Back to the base. You already got like 6 over here, so that means 70 food supply. MoFaD has already broken upkeep. MoFaD sitting in an army of 64 with no expansion at this point of time. Picking up expansion would be easier. Putting it down at least, regardless of whether or not it actually successfully comes up, that's a different thing. But if your opponent doesn't reach to the expansion, doesn't scout, or you know, whatever, you just keep him busy and things don't work out for him, there's a very good chance that your expansion will definitely come up. Like the example, yeah, this is an example, by the way. Green's expansion is up. MoFaD just gave him a complete opening to do that. MoFaD didn't even try to check this out. He has no intel on the expansion, and now he does, and he's gonna realize that he made a big mistake of not detecting that earlier. It is sip there, and why do we have so many use of reveal? The reveal by the Goblin Lab, or probably by these Arcane Towers? Arcane Towers are pretty good. Pretty good. They give you piercing damage, fast piercing damage, plus feedback on the mana, plus extra damage to summon nibbles, plus if you reveal invisible units after magic sentry. And Paladin almost gets taken out, but will be staffed back to the base. Green forced to use a TP, has no chance against the army of MoFaD. Nice dispel over there, but he didn't really get... Yeah, he didn't really manage to kill anything, so it doesn't matter. Yes, MoFaD is finally putting the other expansion over there. More time. These riflemen are taking a beating right now. The Undead army is just too big, and Green should be fighting near those towers, to be honest. If he's gonna fight over there, he's gonna lose most of the stuff. If he's at least in range of 1 or 2 towers, then he's gonna take the benefit of that. DK gonna force to use the TP there, but the Paladin might get taken out. No! Staff of Sanctuary is going left, right, and center, I would say. Double Staff of Sanctuary. Humans don't use that as often as they should, in my opinion. The map is almost devoid of creep camps. We got like this camp left and this camp left. Green can actually go and creep out both of them and try to level his heroes up. Then goes for MoFaD, I would say. Now Green knows about the expansion coming in for MoFaD. And I like how he is only checking the expansions just to know whether it's coming up or not. Paladin! Oh no, that's really bad. That's really bad. Paladin, where's the Paladin? No, the Archmage goes down. The Archmage just stood in front there to take a beating. It just went in there and said, "Come and get me." And MoFaD got him. The Archmage got. Sanctuary to the rescue by the Pally. Where was the Pally when the Holy Light was needed? I guess he was stuck at... He was probably stuck at the main. Is the Staff of Sanctuary effect. I mean, apart from the fact that Green has a well set up expansion with like, I don't know, 10 towers over here, the game is pretty much lost for him on his side. There's a lot of towers for him, and that's really the only thing that is keeping MoFaD from running over his base. And if those towers can buy him enough time to get the stuff that he wants to, I guess it's gonna be worth it. He does have double barracks, one in the expansion, one in the main. Seems to want to train knights. Currently sitting at an army of 50. And I'd rather really want to know what is 50 over here. Because he doesn't really look like he's sitting at a 50-foot army. This is not a 50-foot army, for sure. Sure, it takes a lot of food, I guess. And aren't too many militiamen that are collecting lumber either. Pally is going to get taken out. Potion of heal at that last split second. But the Paladin still gets taken out. The Undead nuke is just strong. Dark Ranger getting taken out. Death Coil to the rescue. Okay, I do have a bit question as to how those obsidian statues were attacking. Oh, there was a destroyer, of course. Hero Archmage is revived. Alright, the Archmage died here. Just went in there and said, come and get me. You can use some Staff of Sanctuary, it appears. MoFaD will take this time to creep out some camps. Got a pretty good item, Crystal Ball. And yeah. Green will reveal the left out camps to know what exactly is cooking. Now, let's talk about this expansion, uphill expansion with the red camp versus this expansion. This expansion is close to your base, easily defendable, easily creepable of course as well, because it's an orange camp with Ogre Magi and Troll Trappers. This expansion is harder to creep, but gives you some good amount of items. So if you want to go for a late expansion, this one's for you. Early expansion, this one's pretty good. And apart from that, when it comes to positioning, this expansion definitely has the position advantage. It's an uphill fight. The opponent will have to fight somewhere here if the army of the expansion ruler is somewhere here. The towers, well, in this case, honestly, this is a bad placement, but suppose if you place the towers ahead, then the towers can actually deal damage below the hill as well, which can work out well for you in case you don't want to conceal your expansion. MoFaD putting down another expansion at the main, or at the natural for green. Reveal for I don't know what reason. MK taking a beating. Where's the pally when you need him? Silence! Staff of Sanctuary. The reveal is still going down. Who's doing the reveal there? Peasants? What the peasants are coming in for? I guess he wanted to an expo there, or it's probably a misclick. Yep, that's a misclick, and that's gonna cost him the lives of these 6 peasants. Meat wagon. Plague Clown upgrade, of course. Abominations. This isn't Necro wagon, it's just meat wagons to attack the towers. $74 food army versus 78, but I think MoFaD has a better chance over here.
A player.
How well both of the players fight. If green loses his army, he still has the chance to... Oh, of course, the main is expired. So yeah, if green somehow wins the initial fight, he may have a chance to come back, but looking at the situation, there just isn't any practicality versus MoFaD, who is currently sitting on 3 bases. Well, it's technically 2 bases now since the original one is out. And that reduces the gold supply for green, with only 1 gold mine. The pally couldn't level up and goes down. This kind of goes on to show that MoFaD hasn't really been losing a lot of units. Because we've been seeing the pally since a while. MoFaD immediately TPing towards his expansion. Let's just TP there, would have saved some gold, but I mean to say the Mountain King gets saved at the last split second there. Whoa. Level 5 on that Lich. MoFaD's got this game in the bag. Head. And that nuke. That devastating nuke. Lot of skeleton minions, and green leaves the game. This game goes to MoFaD. What you have seen, do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more, and for the guys watching this on Twitch, or watching this as a stream, stay tuned for more. For the guys watching this as a video on YouTube, thank you for watching. I shall see you in the next one.